Page 101, Arkansas Traveler. This is a fun piece. Lots of 16th notes in this piece. I'd like to point out a few things that fingering wise for the right hand may help you out a little bit, because this piece moves along pretty good. So the fingering can make or break it. So let's talk fingering for a little bit. Now I like to use different fingers on repeated notes. I'll leave that up to you. But at the first full measure, I do those two A's with 1, 2. And then again 1, 2. And then it's up to, again, you can do it any combination of two notes that fit for you. Is that? Just make sure that when you're done with the repeated notes, you're in position to go on. So maybe the last E is with 5th finger, just so your 4th finger is ready. Now in second line, second measure, let's look at this fingering. I don't like their fingering. I think it's a little cumbersome. So I'm going to suggest for the last two measures of the second line, you start out with 3rd finger, and then 2nd finger on the A. Last measure, it's 1, 4, to fit. I like that fingering. It just fits really nicely. And you got to be able to cross over the 4th finger. Anyway, if you haven't been doing it, it's time you did. Then in the 3rd line, right hand, I recommend this fingering. Start out with 1, 2, 3. And then we have that sequence. Have we talked about sequences before in this book? I don't know. Doubt it. Sequence is a pattern of notes that repeats as it goes up or down the scale. Here we have this, and then again, and then again. That's a sequence. It's the same pattern of notes, it's just going down. Well, in piano, many times, most of the time, we like to use the same fingering for each occurrence of that pattern. So here it's 3, 2, 1, 4. And that puts us in position for 3 again, because I want to use 3, 2, 1. So it's 3, 2, 1, 4. 3, 2, 1, 4. 3, 2, 1, 4. 3. And that's what I recommend you do that. It works out rather well. And then last two measures of that 3rd line, 3, 2, 3, 2, and then 3 again. And then 1, 2, last line is the same as the 4th line. And then the last two measures is 3, 2, 3, 4. And then the last measure is thumb on the G and the 4th finger. The same fingering as we had in the 2nd line. But I recommend that fingering. It falls under very nicely and it works well. So I would encourage you to try that out. There's nothing wrong with the fingering they're giving. I just find it more cumbersome. Now the left hand just has the chords and they're all staccato. Keep it light. Everything's going on in the right hand. That's what we want to hear. So let's try this together very, very, very slowly. Now hopefully, again, the counting, it shouldn't be a problem. So at the top, in the first full measure, it's a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E. Those 8th notes are 1 and 1. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4E and a 1E. Like so, and that's really how the counting goes. So play it with me one hand at a time for a while if you have to, until you can get this fingering down. But I would encourage you to do this. I'm going to go real slow so you can get these 16th notes. You can speed it up on your own. So what I've done is I've set the metronome on 60, but it's beating 8th notes, not quarter notes. So a 16th note, there'll be 2 16th notes per beat. So it's 1 and 2 and 1E and 2E and that's how fast the 16th notes would go. And they're still going pretty good speed. So I'm going to give this like 1.5 counts or so, and then we're going to come in. So be ready. There's no pedal, of course, because we got all kinds of staccato. 1, ready, go.